Okay, we've done our first step where we already have the lead developer master data sheet in here. You can open that sheet over here and then we can walk through what each of these components are. So you can create a name for your company. So for me is property development system. I just call it PDS. I can call it lead developer if I wanted to. I can change that. So as always, all blue cells are your input cells. Tax name, this is basically, we've got options where we have GST, VAT, or not applicable. So if there's no GST applicable to you, just select NA. If it is applicable to you, you can select GST and you can put in the rate for that option. So GST in Australia is about 10%. You can, or if you're from New Zealand, you can change that percentage over here, and that will have affect everything in all your feasibilities. So over here, I'll just leave that at GST because in Australia it is applicable. But if it wasn't, if you selected NA, just make that 0, and it'll function as if GST does not even exist. So if you're from US, you're from Canada, you can select not applicable. I've got students already doing that and using that, and it works just as perfectly as it would with GST on or off. So select GST. I'll put in the value for myself, which is 10%. Define your company number if you have something like that. We have something called an Australian business number, or you might have an LLC number or something like that. You can change that name to ABN to LLC if you have something like that, or whether or not it's applicable, and then put in the company number over there. It doesn't get used anywhere. So if you left it blank or didn't do anything, we're not referencing that anywhere at the moment. In future, we have other plans where Lead Developer Plus is in the works. There is a lead builder for construction contractors that is coming up, where you can track your budget and create your budgets, and you can track them on a monthly, month by month basis, and cash flows and all those things. Now, here you've got a company logo or doc URL or a light URL. So you need a company logo that can show you how, that basically shows you your company logo that can fit if you have that hosted somewhere on the web. You can get the URL for that logo and put it over there. So when I say a doc URL, what that means is that, for example, the logo is on a dark background, and when I say a light URL, which basically means that the logo can be on a white background. So if you have a black color logo on a white background, it'll be fine, but on a darker background, something like this, that logo will be lost. So you might have a negative positive kind of design. So if you have a URL for that, you can put that over here. If you have a square logo, you can put it over there, and it will get referenced in the sheet wherever it is used. You can put in the full address for the company, your address, phone number, email address. You can put in your email address over here. So I had support at propertydevelopmentsystem.com. You can reach me here. If you want to go with your unit of measurement, so in Australia we use meter square a lot. In US people use square feet, so you can use square feet over here, no problem whatsoever. If you change the symbol here to from dollar to pounds to euro, this will affect the entire feasibilities that you use, and as I said, you only have to do them once. Company name, lowercase, no space. The reason I have this is because there is another add-on that's coming up to log all the communication, because as developers we all know keeping a communication log is super duper important, and that add-on would log all your communication without you actually doing anything. So if whatever your company name is, if you call that, if you put that company name over here in all lowercase without any space, we do magic with it, and I'll show you what that magic is in here actually. So if you go to job codes, so what we're doing is we're creating these email addresses where you can log data for your projects. So if I shot an email to property development system plus 435 MS, I know that this will go to one of my projects, which is 435 Main Street, and that communication gets logged over there, and we give you a full report for it. So yeah, so if you put that in there, that's how this will work. So this is company info, and we'll look at account heads next.